My name is Adam Andrzejewski, and I'm the CEO and founder of OpenTheBooks.com. And you know our mission. Simply summarized, it's every dime online in real time. And last year, our auditors filed 41,500 Freedom of Information Act requests on nearly every single substantial public body in the country. And we've built together the world's largest private database of U.S. public sector expenditures so you can follow the money, so you can hold the political class accountable for tax and spend decisions. And welcome to our segment this week of the Rip-Off of the Week. After 1 week of layoff for Thanksgiving, we're back and we got a great topic today: the militarization of the U.S. federal executive agencies. Uncle Sam buying guns, ammunition, and military style equipment. Now, I want to introduce my co host, Tamara Colbert.
Hi, Adam. Thanks so much for having me this evening. This is a blockbuster segment, and we know that the federal government has dramatically grown over the years, right? Especially the last 20 years. One of those ways is this militarization, or this purchase of guns and ammo and military style equipment. What did open the books? What did you and your auditors find?
So, in the last 5 years, nearly $1 billion of guns, ammunition, and military style equipment has been purchased by agencies outside of the military. So, these are non military, non traditional, in oftentimes non traditional law enforcement agencies bulking up on these guns, the ammunition, and military style equipment.
So, Adam, if you break down law enforcement and then the traditional agencies, what are we talking about? What does that look like?
So here's what we found. We found $2.7 billion since the year 2006 spent on guns, ammunition, and military style equipment outside of the Pentagon. So you've got your traditional law enforcement agencies like Homeland Security and the Department of Justice, and they spent about $2.2 billion, inflation adjusted, over that time. But then you have the traditional paper pushing regulatory agencies like the Internal Revenue Service, like Health and Human Services, like the VA, like the Smithsonian, that spent about $500 million, inflation adjusted, since 2006.
Well, I'm just trying to figure out why the IRS needs militarized, weaponry and the big guns, so to speak, and the EPA. I mean, these should be just normal agencies. What in the world would they need weapons and to be militarized?
So let's just break it down. So the IRS, they own 4,600 guns. 4,600 guns is owned by the Internal Revenue Service. They stockpiled 5 million rounds of ammunition. As of These numbers are as of 2019. Now, their gun stockpile, their gun locker, includes 621 shotguns, 539 long barrel rifles, and 15 submachine guns. That's over at IRS. Let's talk about Health and Human Services. So, over at Health and Human Services, what most people don't know is that there's about 800 special agents over there. And over the course of an 8-year period through 2017, they had stockpiled 1 million rounds of ammunition. HHS owns 1,300 guns in the gun locker, including a shotgun, 5 submachine guns, and 148 automatic rifles. Uh, there are about 500 special agents over at HHS, plus there's special agents over at the FDA and other agencies underneath that HHS umbrella. Let's talk about Veterans Affairs. Since 2006, inflation adjusted, the VA has purchased $25 million worth of guns, ammunition, and military style equipment. Back in 1996, they didn't have a police force, 0 officers with arrest and firearm authority. And today, that number is up around 4,000 officers. And so they have spent this $25 million arming their police force over at the VA. So the VA actually purchased, during a 9-year period, 11 million rounds of ammunition. It was about 3,000 rounds for each one of their police officers. They purchased camouflage uniforms, riot helmets and shields, special image enhancement devices, tactical lighting. Um, Last year, during use it or lose it spending, what we found was the VA purchased $650,000 worth of ammunition, handguns, and long guns. They refreshed their long gun program, which is described as a military police AR-15 style weaponry program over at the VA.
I mean, Adam, all of this is just unbelievable. But I know that Open the Books has also looked at NASA, the Obama White House, the Smithsonian Institution. Tell us some of the scoops on the militarization of those organizations.
So NASA has 51 special agents, and yes, they own submachine guns as well over at NASA. I guess you got to guard the rockets. Look, we would like a lot of these traditional agencies that aren't police agencies, they're not law enforcement agencies like the space agency, to turn over their arrest and firearm authority to, say, the U.S. Marshals, folks that where the authority should reside is within law enforcement agencies, not these traditional rank and file agencies like NASA. So their special agents at NASA are armed with they can execute search warrants. They're trained in hand-to-hand combat, arrest techniques, small arms and shotgun training, high-speed pursuit and skid techniques, water safety, interrogation techniques, surveillance training, and search warrant execution techniques over at the space agency.
It sounds more like an intergalactic, military organization rather than NASA, to be honest.
And here's the weaponry they purchased just in the past 5 years. Through the Obama administration into the Trump administration, they purchased machine guns, AR-15s, body armor and vests, competition tactical 12-gauge shotguns, semi-automatic tactical shotguns, drones, and machine pistols, Glock 19s, Glock 23s, police breachers, and ammunition holsters, Colt advanced carbine rifles, and many other things. Let's talk about the Obama White House. You asked about that, and I want to cover this. So the State Department, according to our data, has purchased $438 million worth of guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment, much of it for our overseas operations, defending our embassies around the world, things like that. But what we found in 2015 and 2016, the Obama administration spent nearly $6 million out of the office of president buying guns, ammunition, and military-style equipment and shipping it out to our embassies. They say to the embassies like in Albania, Indonesia, and places like that. But we also found they shipped millions of dollars down to the sovereign nation of Colombia and gave that weaponry to the national police in Colombia. And I think more scrutiny needs to go on those transactions. We took a look at the Trump White House, zero. Office of the President, zero purchases of guns, ammunition, military-style equipment. They at least use the proper channels.
Wow. So we're talking about more federal officers with arrest and firearm authority than one of our branches of the military. Which branch is that?
Well, the United States Marines. So there's about 182,000 United States Marines. However, there's more than 200,000 federal officers in the agencies at Justice, Department of Homeland Security, and all these other executive agencies, over 200,000 officers. It dwarfs the number of United States Marines.
That's unbelievable. So we've got some people that are making some comments here. What should we anticipate? Anything? How are they going to plan to use this, militarization? Adam, what is the recourse for citizens like those we're seeing commenting on this show right now? What should they be doing if this is a concern for them?
We have to raise our voice. Now, our full report is going to publish in about 2 weeks. So right here on this program, you got an advanced breakdown of what's going to be coming down the pike the middle of the month. You need to use our report, send it to your member of Congress, make a phone call into there, and make sure that they know that arrest and firearm authority should go to the proper law enforcement agencies and should be stripped from rank and file traditional paper pushing regulatory agencies in the United States government.
So we need your help. Go to openthebooks.com. We need your support, not the support of the federal government, not support from any one of these agencies. Open the Books is doing the transparency work that the United States Congress is refusing to do. We love you. We are going to continue to fight for you to reveal in our oversight reports going forward in 2021. Adam, you told me you've got at least 6 or 7 more reports before the end of the year. We've got to keep these guys tuning back in every Thursday at 6 o'clock for the ripoff of the week. You get the last word.
Well, Tamara, it's a target-rich environment, and we'll have about another 8 investigations to publish between now and the end of 2020. And we are loaded coming out in 2021. So just go over to openthebooks.com. It's the holiday season. Any donations to our organization are tax deductible to the fullest extent of the law. And we'd appreciate any support that you can give our teams.
More donations equal more investigations. Openthebooks.com. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you next Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time.